Tom Hardy, who is set to play Rick Flagg in the upcoming WB DC Universe movie Suicide Squad, has dropped out. According to The Hollywood Reporter, sources have explained his exit is due to his current shooting schedule on Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu's The Revenant running longer than expected. It is also being reported that director David Ayer is seeking Jake Gyllenhaal to replace Hardy in the role. Dennis, what do you think of this news?
I'm sure it's a tough decision for Tom Hardy. It would have been cool to see him in another comic book movie, especially now, one, you can see his actual face and you can hear his real voice. But, I mean, I understand his mindset. I mean, he's working on trying to finish this movie, The Revenant, with Alejandro Inarritu, who just did Birdman, which was amazing. So his mindset is like, I want to get this finished, even though they're going over schedule. So for him, I think in the end, it's the right decision to make. As far as Jake Gyllenhaal, I think it's a good choice. He can bring the same intensity and talent that Tom Hardy can to a role like this. Plus, he's worked with David Ayer before in The End of Watch. Mary, what do you think?
I agree with you 100%. I was kind of disappointed because I love Tom Hardy and I will watch him in pretty much anything he does. I was also, like you, excited to see him in a different comic book property that's not as well known, and to see him bring a character to life that's a little more just mysterious, because Suicide Squad is obviously not as popular as the Batman franchise. But yeah, I agree. Jake Gyllenhaal's an interesting choice, and I think in general this cast is just very interesting, regardless of Tom Hardy kind of exiting, which is a sad thing. But I'm excited for The Revenant.
Christian?
Yeah, listen, I'm a huge Tom Hardy fan. I haven't been quiet about it on this show, and I loved him in Locke, I loved him in The Drop this year, but with the scheduling, like you said, makes absolute sense. He wants to get that finished. Plus, don't forget that he's got to do all the publicity for Mad Max, and that also will run into the shooting. So what benefits actors these days is that there are so many comic book movies, whether it be the DC universe or the Marvel universe, and now even Star Wars. It's not like back, oh man, I'm losing this big opportunity. It's a big opportunity. But Tom Hardy will find another one down the line. Now, as far as Jake Gyllenhaal goes, it makes absolute sense. Him and David Ayer have a great relationship. They work well together. He's a guy that hasn't done what Tom Hardy really has done into the mainstream movie, like a Dark Knight Rises. We haven't seen one that's really worked for Gyllenhaal yet. And coming off a Nightcrawler, I'm all for this. And I think it's a great role. I actually, to be honest, as much as I love Tom Hardy, I like Gyllenhaal a little bit better.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh. Do you guys think that they would have cast Tom Hardy originally if Bane wasn't so covered up? Like, let's say he played a different comic book character in a DC movie.
Be tougher.
Yeah, I think maybe not, because Bane is covered up.
But the only reason that I would say maybe is because that universe is not connected, and maybe they're going to. I tend to agree with you guys that if his face wasn't, if it was more recognizable, they would say, oh, it's going to be tough because people associate him with Bane. But this is a brand new universe now, and he's such a talent that you might. Look what happened. Even though the movie's not great with Ryan Reynolds, both the movies he was in, they still gave him a shot. Or maybe that's the reason why they don't do it.
We should never discuss that film.
That's true. I'm sorry.
No, but I agree with you. I think that the fact that Tom Hardy was attracted to the role to begin with says a lot about the script. It says a lot about the role. It says a lot about how juicy it is, because he takes on really heavy, complex characters. So it's exciting to see that was a Tom Hardy worthy part that is now being looked at for Jake Gyllenhaal, and I feel like you said, Jake Gyllenhaal's a great actor, and it'll be good.
As long as Ashton Kutcher doesn't get it.
The horror.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.